Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 5th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, decent time frame, got up, got a few things done, got the dogs out, went ahead and jumped in the hot tub for a little bit. And one of the things that sucks is where the hot tub sits now, because the house we're at is the backyard faces the east, so we get that morning sunrise beating right in my face. And I don't have enough shade tree or anything on that side where the hot tub is. That's where the power's at, so it's where the hot tub got set up at. That hot tub ends up, the sun shines right in my face, and the seat that I prefer to sit in the hot tub faces the sun, so it gets annoying rather quick. So if I don't get out there before sunrise, which has not been happening that much lately, I don't feel like I want to stay in the hot tub very long, so I kind of just hang out in there for, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most. Usually it's about 10, and just get my little soak in, get my muscles loosened up a little bit, and then get off my day. So got out, got the dogs all fed, kept them separated while I feed them, because that's just how I do it, because it's not worth the risk of injury if dogs get a little bit food aggressive, which a lot of times dogs do, plus they eat different foods. So definitely the safest way to do it. So wife got off to work, everything was good there, got a couple things accomplished in the house, nothing too major. Couldn't really get too much planned because I had to go pick up my father-in-law from rehab, bring him home from the rehab facility after his broken hip surgery, and that was always fun when I was trying to figure out if I wanted the car or truck, and he thought the truck would be easier to get in and out of, which I was like, okay, works for me, since I drive every day anyway. So didn't have to go swap vehicles out at work with my wife, which I thought was going to be a possibility, so I'd have to do to add a little time to the trip, but overall wasn't too bad. So yeah, going ahead and got that taken care of. From there, got there to get him. They said I could pick him up between 10 and 11, and I show up there like 10:05 maybe when I walk in the front door and deal with that whole thing. There was some lady delivering groceries from Target, and the woman behind the counter had no idea what she was talking about, because the woman walked in and set the groceries down right in front of the counter, so she couldn't see what was going on through the window. And she was like, "I'm here for food." And I'm like, I wanted to, like, she's delivering shit to you, but I was like, I'm gonna see how this plays out. And that took way too long, man. That was a who's on first scenario for a while, and they finally got it figured out. And then told them what I was there for, told them how to get there, where to go. It's kind of go in that door, turn left, and then turn left again, and then there's a nurse's station, and turn left, blah blah, and they'll tell you. I'm like, okay. So it was not the best descriptions of what's going on, but figured it out. Walked through and stuff, found what I assume was the nurse's station. I was supposed to be out. Told them I was looking for the room, and they said, oh yeah, he's right down here at the end of the hallway. And they said he's about ready to go home. So-and-so's working on the paperwork. And I said, okay. And my thought was, well, probably the paperwork done already, but whatever, it happens. So went ahead and said to hell with it, and got to his room, talked to him for a little bit, and time kind of rolled by, and time kind of rolled by, and time kind of rolled by, and nobody was showing up. So I kind of wandered back out in the hallway, kind of looking around, and figured you tell him. I said, well, I've told 4 people now that I'm here to get you. So I don't know if it's the right 4 people, but wandering out in the hallway, just kind of standing around, had a couple other staff come by, and one of them was giving me a hard time about this car's gonna back right into me, and you're not even gonna look. Jesus Christ, people. Fucking hell, man. She backs up like 5 feet, looks at her phone, backs up 5 feet and looks at her phone for like 2 minutes. I've been walking past 2 houses. By the time I get there, she's been sitting there the whole time. And right as I get there, doesn't even look back in the mirror at all. Almost backs right into me. So, man, people are ignorant and inconsiderate and just don't give a shit. So, yeah. And I know a lot of people watch this go, well, you shouldn't have walked behind a car that was backing out. I'm like, well, that's fine, but they backed up a few feet and sat there for the entire time, took me to walk 2.5 houses by the time I got to her driveway. So how long do I stand here and wait for somebody who never looks up from their phone to deal with this? So yeah, crazy as shit, but it is what it is. So normally, what a lot of times in that situation I would do, because I'd see what's happening, I'd smack their window as hard as I can with my hand and scare the fuck out of people. But there was another van right there and stuff. There was the guy mowing, as you heard moments later, and I was afraid she would then smash the gas out of fear and possibly run into him too. So didn't do that. But yeah, that was the fun thing there. So yeah, went and got hit there. Saw a couple of our staff that basically gave me a hard time, but I was trying to escape the side door. And I said, nope, just waiting to pick up my father-in-law. And they asked if I had told anybody I was there. I said, well, I've told 4 people, and the 2 of you make 6, but I don't know if it's the right people, so who knows. And apparently the right person must have overheard me, because she said, oh, your hair right there. I'm like, yeah. So she heads down to the hallway with the paperwork that she apparently had finished up and hadn't brought down to let him out, because apparently nobody else told him that told her that I was ready to pick him up. Which part of my thought is, if you're not going to relay it on to the person that you know does the discharge papers, tell me that. And say, well, the person you talk to isn't at the desk right now, but wait right here, she'll be back, and then you can tell her what you need, which is be perfectly fine. Don't send me down to the room when I can sit for another 25, 30 minutes, whatever, waiting for somebody to show up. So she comes down and then starts going over his discharge papers with him, which, again, he's not really listening because he wants to leave. He knows he's making me wait all this time now. So he's like, let's just get the hell out of here. And she's trying to talk about, wound cares and other infections and how you don't always need an antibiotic and sometimes you don't need this and that and blah, blah. Like, why wasn't this gone over at like 9 a.m. this morning? Or, I don't know, 7 o'clock yesterday? Like, why do this right as you got somebody else waiting for it? Because she wasn't telling it to me. She was directly telling it to him. It wasn't like she's like, hey, you need this information and whatnot. But I'm like, he's clearly not listening. Nobody ever listens as they're trying to leave because they're wanting to get the hell out of this place after they've been here for anywhere from a few days to a few weeks, and they want to get out. You could have told them yesterday. It might have possibly sunk in. And they might have had time to like, hey, I was thinking about X, Y, or Z when I read back over that pamphlet you told me yesterday. Before I leave this morning, I got a question about that. Now they're gone, so they're never gonna get that question answered. But finally got that figured out. She said, I was looking out the window, the door area, and I was closer to the truck just across the parking lot than if I wheeled him all the way through the entire building back out to the front door. Still have to go to the truck anyway. And she goes, are you trying to go out that door? And I'm like, if I can, I'd happily go out this door. So she goes, sure. So she brings him out the door. I said, I'll go get the truck, leave him right there in the shade. So I head over. She goes, this your wheelchair or ours? I said, well, it's definitely not ours. So I assume it's yours. And she goes, okay. So I go and pull the truck up by the sidewalk. And I come walking back to her. I thought maybe she couldn't let the door shut. Because maybe she didn't have a code to get back in. No, she let the door shut. And she got to go, well, she goes, since it's our wheelchair, I'll walk down with you. I'm like, why didn't you just push him down to begin with? Like, what are we doing here? Like, it's just such a waste of time. So I go right back to the door. I get him, which those little things shouldn't matter in life. But it's just, why do we have to be so inefficient at everything, man? We really do. And oh my God, be kidding me. So getting to the truck, and she's like, oh, you're supposed to park over there at that ramp. I'm like, well, there's nobody in this parking lot anywhere. There's plenty of room to drive by me, and this sidewalk runs him right into my door. If I park over there, the way the other cars are parked by that ramp going down, I can't, he's got to go around, and it's tight between his cars because you guys have a poor layout in your parking lot. So he's gonna wheel right to the door right here. Like, it's fine. She goes, well, you're actually I said, I don't give a damn where I'm supposed to be parked. This is where I am parked, and this is where I'm gonna load him in the truck at. So put him in the truck, everything's fine. We take off, we chat a little bit, gave him a hard time, asked if he wanted to go anywhere on the way home. He goes, no. I said, should I want to hit a strip club, get a lap dance with that new hip? And he didn't want to do that. So got home, we chatted a little bit, got him out of the truck, and I parked the truck off the side of the driveway so we have all the sidewalk driveway area to go, because our driveway in that house is real narrow. So we park normally on it. There's nowhere for his walker and stuff to not be on the grass. So didn't want to mess with that. So I parked offside, not really thinking about it. The side driveway kind of drips off a little bit there to the side parking where I park trailers and another truck and stuff. And it kind of makes his side up a little higher than it should have been. So that was actually a little bit bad on my end, but it is what it is. So I should have backed the truck in and backed it up into the grass on that side, but I didn't. So got him out. I said, stay right here, don't move at all, and see, you gotta get the house opened up, get it unlocked and all that kind of thing, and come back and help you out of the truck. Which in the past, he's not listened to me when he's had other issues, and he's got himself in trouble. And I yelled at him, I'm like, why would I tell you to stay still and wait till I get back if you're not gonna listen to me? What are we doing? So he waited for me, got back, got the walker, got him in the walker, he got inside just fine, everything was good. That ain't practicing going up and down stairs, which once it gets in the entryway, there's no other stairs. The house is 100% flat. There's no issues there. Nice ranch style house to take care of. Got him in, got him positioned, got his charger cord, got him a soda, all that good fun stuff, which I wanted to scream, drink some fucking water. You need water in your damn life, because I've literally still today, I've never seen that man drink a glass of water ever, the entire time knowing him. And it is what it is. So went ahead from there, headed back across the street, hung out the dogs for a little bit. Got them outside, had the 4 dogs there, everybody's getting along good. And while I was still up there with him, I got a text from the owners wanting to pick up their dogs. And I said, hey, I'm actually still at the rehab picking up my father-in-law, so I will text you when I get back. They said, cool. So I got home, I texted them, said, hey, I'm here. You can pick them up whenever you want. They said, cool, we'll be there in like 5 minutes. So I said, it's a deal. Got everything packed up, got everything ready to go. And they showed up like 15 minutes later, which I don't understand how people end up in that scenario where they're like, I can be here in 5 minutes and your time frame turns into 15. It's a big gap. Now, if you say I'll be there in 5 hours, you end up in 5 hours and 15 minutes, that makes sense. Like you missed it by 10 minutes. But when your time frame is 5 minutes away, you end up 10 minutes past that time. So you're 15 minutes out. It just doesn't make sense to me how people have no concept of distance and time and that in their life. But hey, it is what it is. So getting back dog, we chatted a little bit. Getting back both their dogs, I guess technically. We chatted a little bit and their trip went well. They were good, so I head back in. The last 2 dogs I had, chill out them for a little bit, kind of just relaxing a little bit in the day. Nothing too major. Had a dog meet and greet scheduled for 4:30. Reached out to the owners, be like, hey, let me know you're heading over. Kind of one, touch and base, like, hey, make sure you're coming. And 2, that we know you're actually getting there, because it is what it is. But didn't hear from nobody at all. It got rolling into like 4:40. And I was in that weird moment of like, God damn it, are they not showing up at all? Like, come on, what's going on here? This also had turned from what was supposed to be a 1 night into a 11-night stay, because I supposedly hit the wrong button. So I was like, okay, well, at this point, I'm kind of like, well, before I do an 11-day stay with 7 new dogs I've never watched before, I don't want to do a meet and greet. I wanted an overnight and had you figure it out beforehand, or we set up our meet and greet. I was like, hey, why don't we do a meet and greet / daycare at least for the day, or an overnight, see how it goes. And the dog got there. The dude was much more neurotic than the dog is. The dog's not bad. The woman is not great. So everything was good. Went ahead and brought one of the dogs in to meet the new dog and see how they got along. They got along splendidly. Everything went fine there, and it was all good. Just not sure how the dog's going to do sleeping overnight, because that's going to be a thing for me, how well that breaks down. So yeah, we'll see how it breaks out in the long run with it all. So, but went ahead and from there was able to get her out of there and told her I wanted to book an overnight before the trip. I said we can do it like tomorrow, we can do it Friday, whatever and stuff, blah blah. So she's now leaning towards Saturday, but still hasn't booked a single overnight for Saturday yet. So who knows how long that'll take. I'm afraid she's gonna screw around and she's gonna wait and not book it. And I'm like, I'm not booking a dog for 11 days. I haven't watched before. Not doing it. Even as chill as I think that dog is, I've had other dogs I thought were chill, and then nighttime comes and it turned into complete hellions. So definitely not wanting to put that stress on my life again. It's not worth the few $100 that it is. So, but yeah, almost $500 I guess it'd be. But yeah, went ahead and from there got my run in, got back from my run, grabbed myself a shower, and went ahead. Wife got home from work. She went and saw her father for a while, got him situated, whatever else she had to do for him, and then jumped in the shower. We ended up having burgers, which are those frozen garlic burger things from Aldi. Knocked out those last 3 with our buns, got the buns used up, and that worked out well for us. Watched the second half of Godless, episode 1. And I'm not sure, we'll watch episode 2, I'm not sure. It's one of those things where my wife was talking like the first half, she's like, there's a lot of stuff here that doesn't answer questions, a lot of like open-end stuff. Well, by the end of the episode, they had closed a lot of those open ends and kind of filled in the blanks. But I'm not sure if she really is interested in the show or not, so got to figure that out, and whether or not we're going to continue watching it. So who knows, hard telling. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got right there. And from there, after that, I headed back outside, put the dogs and the neighbor's dog. Of course, they had 2 big dogs this time. I don't know who, if they're the owners of the renting the house or if they're friends or family who are visiting. I don't know, but man, the pit bull type, I didn't really get good looks at them, just the gaps in the fence, and super aggressive sounding and super ornery and just barking their ass off the fence, which is so damn annoying. Absolutely so damn annoying. I just don't, yeah. Really makes me want to go buy 10 acres out in the country. Really, really makes me want to go buy 10 acres in the country and just get away from people, because sometimes people and their dogs suck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Finished up my cigar, headed in. Wife didn't feel like watching anything tonight, so went ahead and watched something on my own. And then went from there. Wife was able to chill out a little bit and just kind of slowly put herself to sleep. So I had myself a little snack, and we wrapped it up and called it a day. That's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.